So, after my brain injury, I developed what is known as light sensitivity. Do you know what light sensitivity is? Well, it's like the beginning of a superhero movie when the superhero is just getting their powers and is hypersensitive to everything around them. You see the superhero cringe or squeeze their eyes shut from from light around them, or even light from an ordinary light bulb. A common symptom after brain injury is light sensitivity because the brain loses the ability to filter and process light as it enters your eyes. How do you know you have light sensitivity? Well, some of the symptoms are 1. Eye pain or discomfort with light and bright light. 2. You might be avoiding going outside during the day. 3. Eye pain, eye strain, eye fatigue, headaches, and fatigue when working on computers and under under fluorescent lights and bright lights. 4. Cognitive fatigue, difficult with decision making, multitasking, focusing, and maintaining attention while under bright lights. 5. Vertigo, dizziness, and feeling anxious or overwhelmed when exposed to bright lights. 6. Preferring low lights and dimming lights. After a brain injury, your brain will be the happiest in a dark, quiet room. However, you will need to return to the brightly lit world where that people have grown accustomed to. I made the mistake of returning to work too soon after my brain injury. When I returned to work, I had not realized that I had light sensitivity. It was over the course of a couple of years, a lot of research, and meeting with several specialists that I came to develop my own strategies and tools to protect my brain's energy and provide external filters to filter out its sensory input from the daily bombardment of an overstimulating work environment. First, I learned to avoid working under fluorescent lights. Sadly, though, most businesses and schools use fluorescent lights as a cost savings for lighting their buildings. Fluorescent lights are hard on the brain because the light isn't constant. The light instead flickers on and off, and you may not be able to perceive this, but your brain can. Fluorescent lights drain the brain's energy and can worsen brain injury symptoms. To promote the highest performance of your brain, work in and under natural light. However, that may not be an option if you work in a windowless office. One option is to ask your employer to switch out fluorescent lights with incandescent lights, or to install a dimmer so you can decrease the brightness or the glare that is shining down on your workspace or your desk. Other tools, such as wearing dark glasses or blue light filtering glasses, can help. You can find these glasses on the internet and wear them over your regular glasses if you are a prescription glass wearer like myself. You can also wear a light blocking hat with your glasses. Some other options are fluorescent light filtering covers that you can put over the fluorescent light that's up in the ceiling. And there are fluorescent light blockers that can be attached to walls of cubicles. You can also install an adjustable clamp umbrella onto your desktop to block out the light from glaring onto you and your computer. Don't forget the lighting in your home also. You can consider switching out fluorescent lights for incandescent lights. And light bulbs, when choosing a light bulb, the ones that give off that warm golden glow are also kinder on your brain than the glare of the pure white light bulbs. You can also switch out high voltage bulbs for low wattage bulbs. So you'd save some brain injury and electricity. Or you can do what I did when my light bulbs burnt out. I just didn't replace them. Limit blue light exposure also. Blue light is a light emitted from fluorescent lights, but also from media devices such as your smartphone and your laptop. After a brain injury, people are more sensitive to the effects of blue light emanating from these devices. There are several blue light filtering tools available that you can choose from to protect your healing brain. There are blue light filters you can place on your computer screen, your tablet, or your smartphone. You can also wear blue light filtering glasses. My optometrist office, I discovered, also offers a prescription glass with blue light blocking integrated into the lens. Maybe your optometrist office does too. Researchers have found evidence that people with traumatic brain injuries, when provided with light filtering lenses, saw an improvement in their reading. Early into recovery, it may be best to, if you avoid using your personal media devices, watching TV, and scrolling through your social media accounts to limit your exposure to blue light, thereby reserving your limited brain energy for work and school, especially if most jobs and at school you're having to look and work with a computer. When you're able to finish the day of school or work without taking a nap, this is usually a good indicator that you're developing more brain energy. When your brain injury symptoms are well controlled, this is another good sign that you can begin to use your personal devices at home. Another way to limit the exposure to blue light is not to read things off your computer screen or off your iPhone or tablet. But instead, if you can, print that information out. This way, it'll be on more eye-friendly paper with the text. The other advantage of printing an article or presentation off a computer is that you can take those printed pages and read them in a quiet or darker area, giving your brain a break from filtering out environmental distractions, while allowing you to focus more on what you're trying to read, especially if you work in an open workspace and you can leave that space, find a quiet space, and read that printed information and then return to your workspace. If you can't print what is on the computer screen, grab a piece of paper and fold it in half and place it on the screen of the computer that you're reading. This paper will help support your eyes' gaze as you follow a sentence along. This way, your brain saves some energy by not having to focus your eyes as much as you're looking at the screen trying to read that sentence. The paper's edge instead will guide your gaze and keep it from skipping down a line or two. And it also blocks some of the lighting emitting from your computer too at the time that you're trying to read. If you're interested in playing brain games, I don't recommend playing video games or brain games on your smart devices. This is unnecessary exposure to blue light. Instead, there are brain game books that you can order off the internet or find at your local pharmacy. Also, reducing the brightness of your computer screen helps reduce eye strain and headaches. The setting is under the brightness display. Some devices also have the option to limit blue light exposure. For my iPhone, this is under the night shift setting, and and when it's activated, my iPhone goes into dark mode around sunset. The dark mode setting is much gentler at the end of the day when my eyes are tired and my brain's tired too. Many computers and smart devices also have accessibility features in their settings. You've got to check these out. With these features, what you can do is change the contrast of your text. You can also enlarge the text and use a setting such as spoken content. Large fonts with increased contrast help reduce eye strain. It makes reading easier for your brain. The spoken content setting is a wonderful feature where you can highlight the text and have your device read it out loud to you. Listening to the text allows you to look away from your computer and rest your eyes. And also listening to the text is easier compared to having to read the text on your laptop or your smart device. And listening consumes less brain energy. These small little changes can make a big difference in preserving your brain energy for other tasks and allow you to work longer on complicated tasks, which can help improve your performance at work and school. If you have light sensitivity after your brain injury, you should inform your doctor, who can refer you to an ophthalmologist or a behavioral optometrist. Both these specialists can look at how well your eyes are processing the information it's sending to the brain. Rest assured, as your brain heals, you will become less sensitive to most lighting. As time passed, even I replaced my printout bulbs in my home light fixtures. So take care, get better, get stronger,